My name is Colin Carley, Colin Carley.
And what is your birthday?
11th of October, 1932.
32. Okay. Where were you born?
In Hamilton.
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 I am headed to there.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, to do interviews of Korean War veteran, your fellows. And tell me about your families when you were growing up. When you were growing up there in Hamilton, your parents and your siblings, please.
My father was a farmer,
Mm-hmm.
and I have one sister and one brother,
Uh-huh.
and they're both younger than me.
Oh, so you are the eldest.
I'm the eldest.
Ah. How was it growing up in the farm?
It was very good, to be quite honest, especially in these days.
Mm-hmm. Why?
What would you say?
Was a difficult time because it was after the Great Depression, right?
But it was after the Depression.
Right.
Yes.
But because your family was in the farmland, so that you don't have any difficulty to have a food, right?
No, we were never short of food.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Um,
Did you also take care of the animals and crops?
Oh, yes. We had a few cows, and sheep, of course.
Mm-hmm.
And my father was running a dairy factory as well.
Ah.
Then we moved to the city after about 12 years.
What about school you went through? Tell me about those schools that you went through.
The real country school,
Mm-hmm.
and there was about 20 pupils, I suppose. And,
That's it? Wow, that's a very small school. And how was it?
well, it's getting a bit harder to remember these days. But,
Did you learn anything about Korea?
no, there's not in those days.
Nothing.
No,
So you didn't know anything about Korea?
no, I'd be from about 5 to 10, 5 to 12,
Mm-hmm.
and
Nothing you learned about Korea from the school.
never.
So now you are Korean War veteran. When were you in Korea?
In 1950,
Uh-huh.
and
What month?
we arrived there Christmas time, I think, in 1950,
Mm-hmm.
and in 51 I was there for about 6 months, and I was returned back to New Zealand because I was underage.
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 So you cheated your age.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh boy. Have you been back to Korea since then?
No, I haven't.
You never.
No.
No.
I'd like to get back there.
Mm-hmm.
And
Because you're young, you can make it.
oh yes.
Yeah.
I've got a Korean friend up in Mangawai, and we get talking quite a bit about Korea.
Mm-hmm. Why do you want to go back to Korea now?
Oh, just have a look around the place because I wouldn't recognise it now.
Do you know what's been done in Korea after you left by now?
No, not
Korean
really.
economy? Do you know anything about Korean economy?
No.
You don't know any Korean company name?
Oh, Hyundai and
Hyundai? So you want to go back and see what's been done?
I would like to, yes.
So you didn't know anything about Korea? Nobody taught you about Korean history or culture from
Not
the school?
when I was at school.
Right.
No.
But now you are the Korean War veteran. Are you proud of to be a Korean War veteran?
Oh, yes, I think so.
Why?
Oh, well, it was all voluntary. And we were the first to leave here. There was 1,000 of us. We went over there on the boat, the Ormandy. And we arrived there just after Christmas, between Christmas and New Year.
Yeah.
And we stayed at the Japanese barracks in Busan.
Busan. You arrived in Busan. When did you arrive in Busan? So it's a Christmas time.
Yeah, in 1950.
Yeah. Was it cold to you?
It was cold.
Tell me about it.
It was cold. It was the coldest I've ever been. And we had sleeping bags and coats and everything on. But it was so cold, I had a bottle of beer that I kept off the boat. And I thought, oh, well, I'll keep this bottle of beer until we're coming home. And after we left Busan, we moved up to Miriang. And the first night at Miriang, I woke up in the morning and my bottle of beer was broken open. It was frozen and broken open. And that's just proves how cold it was.
So you couldn't keep it?
It's still a Miriang.
But tell me about, when did you join the military?
We had 3 months before we departed. And yes, that was...
So it was right, you mean like on September, did you join the army?
Yes, September, October, I think it was.
Yeah.
And in 1950, yeah.
So how old were you at the time?
I was 17 when I went in, and I had my 18th birthday in there.
19th?
18th.
18th. But why is it, what age it has to be to join the army?
21.
Was it 21 at the time? Wow.
Right, so
So did you cheat it?
cheated.
Yeah. How did you join the army? Because you were 19,
I just said I was 21.
and they believed you.
Oh, I looked 21.
So what happened? Where did you get the basic military training?
At Burnham,
BU.
in HAM. That's in the South Island. And one's, yeah.
And after basic training, you just went to Korea
Yes.
right
well,
after that.
we went to Wairau and finished our training at Wairau, and we went from there, trained to Wellington, and then caught the boat from Wellington to Ormandy.
Yeah.
And
So the name of the ship was Normandy?
Ormondy,
Ormondy.
Ormondy.
Mm-hmm. And where did you go?
We went.
Did you go to Japan?
No, we went to Manila
Mm-hmm.
and then Busan.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Brisbane, Manila, Busan. That's right.
Most of veterans went through the Japan to Korea, but you never been in Japanese soil.
When I was coming home, I left. Oh God, what's the capital?
Incheon? Incheon?
No, the major city up north,
Seoul.
Seoul.
Yes.
Seoul flew over to Iwakuni
Mm-hmm.
and Kure. I was there for about 2 weeks, and then they shipped me from there to Hong Kong to Australia, and then I flew home on flying boat.
I see. So from Busan you went to Milyang, and it was so cold. And tell me about the Korea you ever saw for the first time in your life. Overall, how was Korea at the time that when you saw it for the first time? Be honest. Just tell detail. Give us detail. How was it?
Well, coming from New Zealand, never being away out of the country before,
Mm-hmm.
it was a very poor country. Looked very poor,
Yeah.
and it was really cold and snow everywhere.
What about, did you see many children in the street?
No, not really, not really.
And what was your unit?
I was in Fox Troop,
Fox what?
Fox Troop
Uh-huh.
163 battery.
Fox Troop 163
63, 16th Field Regiment.
163
16th Field Regiment.
oh 163 16th Field Regiment. Okay. What was your specialty?
I was a radio operator.
Radio operator. So where did you go from Milyang?
I can't remember the names of the places now.
Well, where? Up to north or
Well, we went north.
near to 38 Parallel? No. Was it Seoul?
When I came home, the fighting had stopped up there, and that was it.
Was it near Panmunjom or?
Yes, I think that was the place.
And what did you do there? Tell me about the daily routine that you did.
Well, I spent a fair bit of time with the 27th Brigade, these Australians,
Oh. Yeah.
and God, I got to think now.
Take your time. Take your time. It's hard to remember all those, right? Yeah. So what was it like every day? What did you do? Did you go patrol or did you?
Well, I was with as I was saying, we had about a week each with the infantry, the Australian infantry.
Yeah, 27th Brigade. Yeah.
And then after a week, we'd go back to our unit and we'd more or less swap jobs.
So to be a radio operator is a dangerous job, isn't it?
First, you got used to it, but the first time was really scary.
How was it? Scary? Why? What made you scary? Tell me the details, please.
The tracer bullets. That was the scariest part.
What was it?
The tracer
Tracer.
bullets, yeah.
Oh.
They were coming back towards us.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Were there any dangerous moment that you might have lost your life?
there was a few. There was a few.
Few? Tell me about those.
Well, when you're with the infantry, I was behind the infantry.
Right.
But I was walking with them.
Yeah.
And when there was a skirmish, you felt really sick.
Mm. Why?
You're wondering if you're going to come out of it, to be quite honest.
Mm-hmm. And you were not sure, right?
Yes, that would be true.
Because 1950 was the first year
Yes.
of the war, and I think that's been really severe battle.
Yes.
Yeah. So you went north,
North.
up to where? North Korean territory?
It,
Did you go up to Pyongyang?
the Han River.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you stay there?
Yes.
These-
They were there for a while.
You didn't go further up?
No. I don't think we went any further than the Han River.
Uh-huh. But by the time of December, yes, the Chinese came in, right?
Yeah, I'd left before this. April or May, I think I left then.
Left Korea. Mm. So how did they know that you cheated your age?
My father got hold of it.
How?
He got the authorities.
So he wanted you to be back.
He didn't know I went.
You didn't tell him? Come on, how could you do that?
Easy. Easy.
So you didn't let your mom know about either?
My parents were separated in those days.
Oh, okay. So did you let your mom know?
No.
You didn't even tell your mother?
No one knew.
You're bad. You're bad.
Yes, I'm bad away.
So your father talked to the authority,
Yes.
and so that they found out.
They found out, and I come back to New Zealand, and after about 6 months, I had to go in with a compulsory military training.
Again.
compulsory,
Yeah.
and yes.
What happened?
Well, I had to go down to Waiouru, and but they made me stay the 8 weeks or 8 or 9 weeks, and that was it. And then I was on the reserves for about another 5 years after that.
What was the most difficult thing in Korea when you were there? If I ask you to pinpoint one thing, what bothers you most?
The cold, I think.
Ah.
Yeah, it would be the cold.
Colin, there's a lot of young students in New Zealand will listen from you because we'll put it on the website.
Oh, yes.
So you need to tell me the detail. How cold was it? You told me about the broken beer bottle, right? Did you have a winter gear?
Yeah. Yes, we had a little bit of, but not a great deal.
Huh.
It was later on that we got some issued gear.
Mm-hmm.
But
So the warm weather like this.
well, later on, after a few months, it really got hot,
Yes.
and it was hot too.
Yeah.
But the cold, I've never been so cold.
Yeah. Many veterans telling me about that.
Yes.
They say damn cold.
When that beer bottle broke, it just shows you how cold it was.
Exactly. Tell me about a little bit more about your battle experience. How was it?
Well, I was well trained, and before I went away, even though I was young, but I was well trained, and if you do as you're told, you survive. That's the main thing.
Who was the enemy? Was it North Koreans that you fought
Yes.
or Chinese?
No, North Koreans.
It was North Korean? Uh-huh.
Yes, North Koreans.
Yes. So what kind of conversation did you have with the headquarters? Even you were the radio operator, right? So what did you do?
We reported back to the base, like of grid positions,
Mm-hmm.
and well, back to the artillery base, and
Tell them the coordinates?
yes,
Yes. So you didn't work with the New Zealand soldiers, but you worked with the Australian soldier?
yes, but we worked back with the Australians back to the New Zealand artillery.
Mm-hmm.
And, yes, that's.
How was it working with the Australian soldier? Are they good?
They were good. They were good, don't worry.
Yeah. So where did you sleep?
When you could.
Yeah. when you could. Where did you sleep? Was it bunker or is it tent or foxhole? Where?
Oh, when I was back with the unit, we slept in tents.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, that's it.
But when you are in the mission, you couldn't sleep at all?
No, you got very little sleep. Very little.
What about eating? What did you eat?
In the forward positions, we had sea rations. It's American sea rations.
Right.
Back at base, we had regular army rations.
Mm-hmm. Like what?
Regular food. Regular food.
So looking back all those years, what is Korean War to you, and what is Korea to you? Why do you think that you were there?
Well, it started off as an adventure.
You wanted to be in other country?
Yes, but
Not Korea?
oh no, I didn't say that.
Okay,
No,
you
I
didn't say
I
that.
didn't say that.
Uh-huh.
No, I had a chance to join the army, and well, I thought I was going to do my piece anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Even though it was short.
Do you regret to be there?
No, I don't
Not at all.
regret it.
No. Mm-hmm.
No. I got a better understanding of life, actually.
How? What? Tell me. What kind?
Oh, well, it took me from an adolescent,
Yep.
and a lot more respect.
What did you learn from the war? You saw many people being killed?
I saw, quite a few.
Yeah. What did you learn? How does that affect you?
Well, it doesn't affect me really much. I try to put it all out of my mind. And I don't talk about it a great deal. Matter of fact, I don't talk about it much at all.
Mm-hmm. And you told me you saw Korea very poor, right?
Yes, with all the paddy fields. Well, coming from New Zealand, I never saw a paddy field before,
Mm-hmm.
and but they were hard workers. They were always working in their fields, and we didn't see the only cities we saw was Busan and like Seoul.
How was Seoul? Was it okay, or was it all destroyed, or what happened?
No, it wasn't all destroyed. Well, I only saw more or less the outskirts of it, and of course the airport. But
Oh, so you were in the airport too?
when I flew from there to
Oh, okay.
Japan,
Yeah, that was Gimpo Airport, right? Gimpo. Should be.
yeah, I'm not
Yeah.
too sure.
Yeah.
Well, that's just about 70 years ago.
Do you know the rank of Korean economy now in the world?
Yeah, Korean economy.
Yeah, Korean economy, the rank of Korean economy in the world.
No, I don't really, but it's nowhere near the bottom, I know that.
They are the 11th largest economy in the world. Can you believe that?
I can.
I mean, you saw pretty much all destroyed and very poor country.
Yes.
And it's a small country, you know, right? Australia is 78 times bigger than Korea, South
Yes.
Korea.
Yes, yeah.
So I guess that New Zealand will be more like a 30 or 40 times.
True.
We are 11th largest economy in the world. We are, in terms of GDP, it's bigger than New Zealand.
You know why? They work.
You don't work here?
No, the Koreans work.
Yeah, I know, but New Zealand is working too.
Yes, but the Koreans work hard.
Ah, what do you know about it?
Well, as I say, my friend up in Mungawai there, he works damned hard. And since he's been there, he's opened up another shop. And they work hard.
So you think Korea become 11th largest economy because Korean people working hard?
True.
Did you see them working hard? How do you know? Tell me about it, detail. How do you know that Korean people working hard?
Well, with their factories and so forth, there was no like the big factories there
Right.
in those days.
Mm-hmm.
And all you see on TV now is these big factories and all these Koreans, they're working hard.
In Korea. You saw that from TV?
Yes.
Yes. The Ministry of Patriots and Veterans Affairs, they invite you back. You know that, right? The Korean government invites you back to Korea. Do you know that?
No, I haven't been there. I haven't been back.
You've never been to Korea back, right?
No.
But Korean government invites veterans from New Zealand back to Korea.
Oh, yes.
You didn't know about that?
No.
Oh, I can arrange it for you. Do you really want to go back to Korea?
Yeah.
Then you gotta give me your phone number and address, okay?
Yes, yes.
And I'll talk to VA office here in New Zealand so that you can be invited by the Korean government. And they will pay hotel, half of airfare, everything free. Just pay half of the airfare. Yeah. Do you want to go?
Oh, go, right?
Oh, yeah. So then give me your contact information,
Yes.
please, okay? Yeah. Any other things that you want to say to me? Please, you don't speak too much.
No.
Come on.
No,
About the Korean War.
no, the Korean War, we didn't see many Koreans, to be quite honest. Be honest, quite honest. And I'm pleased we did our bit over there anyway.
What would you say to young New Zealand students about the war that you fought for? What would you say to them about the Korean War? Anything you want to say to them about the war that you fought for?
To always help somebody, you know, that's less. Or, oh God, it's hard to say.
You said do help others.
to help others. Yes.
So you helped Koreans at the time?
I hope so.
Yeah.
I hope so.
You did. You did it. What was the most pleasant thing that you experienced in Korea while you were there?
The Korean beer.
Did you get Korean beer at the time?
No, I think it was. I think it was Japanese beer. It might have been Japanese beer.
You are the man of simplicity.
Yes.
Yeah. Colin, you drove 100 miles. What is the name of place that your home is located now? Mongolia?
Mangawai.
Could you spell it?
M-A-N-G.
M-I?
M-A-N-G. A-W-H-A-I.
I-W-H-I-I.
No. M-A-N-G.
Yeah,
A.
yeah,
W.
yeah,
H.
yeah.
A.
A.
I.
I. So Mingihai.
Mangawai.
M-A-N-G.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry. M-A-N-G-I.
A.
W-H-A-I.
Yeah. M-A-N-G-A.
Yeah.
W.
H.
H-A-I.
A-I. Mengihai.
Mangawai.
Mengawai. It's so far north from here, right?
Yes.
100 mile.
No, to be at Mangawai, it's about 60 miles to Mangawai. But I was up in Whangarei. I came down this morning.
So you drove long way to talk to me. So you gotta talk to me. How many children do you have and grandchildren do you have?
One grandchild, and I've got 3 daughters.
3 daughters? What do they do? Anybody teaching in the school?
No, one's a registered nurse.
Nurse.
One's an architect, tutor, and one's over in England.
In England.
One's in England.
I see. How old is the child?
6.
Just 6? Boy or girl?
A boy. He's
Boy.
A boy, yeah.
Do you meet him often?
Not a great deal. I was with him at Christmas.
Christmas. Did you tell your children and your granddaughter, anything about Korea?
No, I've never talked much about it to my.
Why not?
I don't talk about those things.
Okay.
But they know I was there.
They know, yeah, yeah. Got it. Any other thing that you want to say to me about the war? Tell me more about daily routine, what you did in Han River.
In our off time, we went fishing in this little boat, and we used the hand grenades.
Oh, yeah.
And with the British hand grenade, they were all right. We dropped them over the side, and after a few seconds, boom, and we got some fish.
Yeah.
But we used some North Korean grenades.
And?
We blew the boat over
Oh,
because they had a long string on the end of them,
uh-huh.
and they went off pretty quick. We were lucky to be alive, really.
You might have been killed by fishing, huh?
But anyway, we survived. no problem.
So what did you do with the fish?
Oh, we took them back, and cooked some of them up. But we
How?
lost a lot.
How did you cook?
Oh, we didn't cook them.
The cook.
Cooks.
Okay. Did you give some food to Korean people, or?
On the odd occasion, I gave, but they were sea rations.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
Did they like it?
Yes. Well, so some of these people were really hungry.
Yeah.
And, mind you, these people were away, as I say, away from the cities. We didn't go into the cities.
Mm.
The only cities we went into, like Busan and the edge of Seoul.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Any other thing that you want to say to me about your experience in Korea?
I didn't have a bad experience in Korea.
Mm.
No, I didn't have a bad experience.
But you were in there very early phase of the Korean War.
Yes, we actually, yeah, that's right.
It was the very important moment there at the time.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, I'm pleased that my little part might have helped. I met a lot of Korean people over here.
Over here. Mm. Do you like them?
Yeah, I do like them. Yeah.
Why?
Well, they're very friendly. Very friendly.
Mm.
And they're hard workers. The people I have met are hard workers.
Are you a hard worker?
Not now.
Used to be. Got it.
But, anyway, thank you very much for giving me the interview.
You know, I have to thank you. First of all, you fought for us. You didn't know anything about Korea, but you went there. It was. You told me it was scary in the beginning.
Yeah, well, it's scary for everybody.
Everywhere. Yeah, absolutely. It was war. Killing everybody against each other.
Yeah.
How was it? I mean, killing everybody. 2 million people killed in Korea, the Korean civilians. 339 Australian soldiers were killed. How many were killed here?
How many New Zealanders?
Yeah.
Well, there was two of our same platoon, same battery as myself at Miriang, and one officer from 163 battery was killed while I was there.
Oh.
He was an British pilot. It was very sad.
Did you see him dying?
No, I didn't see him die.
Mm.
But it was the week after we shifted. We had a shift.
Colin, I think you need to go back to Korea and see what's been changed there. You're not going to believe your eyes. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I will talk to the VA officer, Elaine Davis Meyer. Do you know her? Elaine?
I've been talking to her over the phone.
I'll talk to her and make sure that you are invited by the Korean government so that you can go back. Yeah. And you drove such a long way to talk to me, and I want to thank you for your fight and for driving today to meet with me. You really look like the movie star of Crocodile Dundee. You need a cowboy hat and big sword,
Oh, yeah.
big knife.
Big knives, right? Yeah, well, thank you very much anyway.
Thank you, sir. You're a man of integrity. Thank you.